Hello and welcome to Point of View. Last year, China carried out 55 space launch missions, more than any country in the world. In December of 2021, China reached a major milestone in completing 400 orbital launches using Long March, also known as Chung Jung or CZ launch vehicles. We now have a very interesting data set on these 400 Long March launches that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. Stay with me. There are some sensational graphs tracking the long journey of Long March from the very first launch on April 24th, 1970 to the 400th launch on December 13th, 2021. The credit for creating the dataset goes to Thomas Hozenski, a researcher at the European Space Policy Institute (ESPI), a European think tank for space based in Vienna, Austria. Relying mostly on the ESPI database, he examined this interesting dataset. There are a few charts to share his remarkable insights. As catalogued by my channel Point of View last year, the Chinese space program has notably increased the launch rate of the Long March carrier over time. This slide shows that while it took 37 years to complete the first 100 orbital launches, the last 100 launches were performed in less than 3 years. Number 2. This increasing launch rate is well observed in the temporal perspective. This slide catalogues Long March flights on a yearly basis and shows particular surge in the last 10 years. While additional launch vehicles, including those developed by private players, are being put into service, Long March rockets have so far accounted for the overwhelming majority. Number 3. The overall success rate of China's orbital launches using rockets of the Long March family is greater than 95%. A measure of the fast-growing success of the Long March launch rate is the fact that 6 of the 11 total failures occurred in the last decade. Number 4. Long March rockets are flown from all 4 major Chinese spaceports: Taiyuan, Jiuquan, Xichang and Wenchang, with the latter being the newest launch center. You can see in the chart that overall the relative usage of different spaceports has not changed dramatically over the past decade. Number 5. The Chinese space program has relied so far on 9 different variants of Long March rockets: Long March 1 to Long March 8 and Long March 11. The data show that Long March 2, Long March 3 and Long March 4 variants have long served as the workhorses for China's space missions. Number 6. While China continues to rely on Long March 2, 3 and 4 rockets and their more recent versions, newer generation of Long March rockets LM5 to LM11 have been in use since 2015. This year, China plans to launch a new medium-lift Long March 6A rocket. While China hasn't had a launch so far this year, the CASC is aiming to conduct 40 launches in 2022. These launch missions will include 6 space station missions to complete the construction of the Tiangong space station. And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.